Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. We are beginning the Shimousa province. So there's some fun updates, obviously. On Tuesday, I will be releasing the lore of Tomoe Gozen, the Archer of Inferno. Y'all are saying is very difficult. We'll see how much fun that winds up being. Sorry, my throat's a little scratchy. And I just released the lore of Parvati this morning, so please consider checking that out as well. A hawk cries out somewhere in the distance. In Mount Kimbo's Regando, an old man awaits the final moments of his life. His name, Shinmen Musashi no Kami, Fujiwara no Harunobu. Oh, yeah, Fujiwara no Harunobu. My bad. Fujiwara, Jesus Christ. Fujiwara no Harunobu. Which is to say, I am speaking of myself. Yes, I am Shinmen Musashi, one whose blade has spilled the blood of countless others. Perhaps I was once called Miyamoto Musashi at some point, but that doesn't matter now. No, not yet. I refuse to sleep just yet. Come now. Eyes open up. Yes, that's it. I may well end up dying today or tomorrow, but it won't be right this instant. Patience. After all, my visitor has yet to arrive. Now where was I? Oh yes, my blades. I killed quite a few people with them. Blades. They are tools for killing, for cutting and slashing human bodies. They once referred to tachi and katana, now they refer to katana and wakizashi. Blades are carried by soldiers, by warriors, by bushi. They could also be called samurai, a variation on the word saburao, meaning to serve, as they serve their masters. In any case, those who command these warriors are known as generals. And if you want to know all about Musashi, I already have a lore of Musashi. Definitely check it out. In any case, those who command these warriors are known as generals. A general is like nothing so much as a master carpenter. He must know how to make use of every tool under his command in order to carry out his master's wishes. He must know how to make use of every tool at his disposal to carry out his master's wishes. Perhaps Magonjo would have that smug, knowing expression about now. Yes, I imagine he would. Me, I'm hopeless. I didn't understand anything back when I was young. I just traveled the world, cutting down any who challenged me. I could never have hoped to be a general. At best, I would have ended up some minor commander bound for some tiny domain. How foolish. It's not shameless if it's relevant. Yes, foolish. What point is there in being good with a blade? It is good for nothing but killing and maiming others. Perhaps my life might have been more worthwhile had I been a painter. Okay. No doubt, Takada Matabe would laugh if he heard that. Matabe would laugh if he heard that. He would say I'm spouting nonsense in my old age. Yes, you're right, Matabe. It is far too late for me to allow myself to wallow in regret now. As if I would ever say something like that. Ha ha ha! There is nothing wrong with a bit of foolishness. I lived in a chaotic age where the screams of agony were common as birdsong. Shit. I have no regrets. I spent my whole life cutting, slashing, slaughtering. Come then, fate. Show me what my final moments hold. Spirits in heaven, forgive me for such fruitless dreams. Treat them as no more than the ramblings of an old man on death's door, and pay them no heed. Still, I have precious little time left. My eyes may close forever, even before the fateful moment arrives. Well, this is troubling. How truly vexing. Gods. Buddha, at this point, I'll take an Oni or a demon. Please, give me more time, so that I may reach my destiny. I don't think I'll be able to do so in the bowels of hell. Oof. Press F for Musashi. Male version. If that is impossible, then... if only this world itself were itself a living hell. Oh, Senpai. Speak of the devil. I was just heading to your room to look for you. I finally found something I've been trying to find for some time. What were you so keen to find, Mashu? Oh, I wasn't looking for it for my sake. If anything, it's more to do with you, Senpai. Let me start at the beginning. Let's see, Senpai, you once said that you met Miyamoto Musashi, the famous swordsmaster, during a dreamlike experience, right? Yep, I sure did. Well, this concerns her, too. Unlike the historical Miyamoto Musashi, this one you encountered was a woman, perhaps from a world-pruning theoretical phenomenon. She may have been one who travels between worlds via some special means, or even a living human rather than a heroic spirit. Whatever the case, that was the Musashi you met. I found this very intriguing. I had nothing to go on but what you told me, and the circumstantial evidence. And there was one more thing, something that kept nagging at me personally. If Miyamoto Musashi had been split into two different people, one male, one female, there may be a reason for that. Of course, there are a fair number of heroic spirits with numerous what-if spirit origins registered here at Chaldea alone. Maybe that's the case with Musashi as well, or maybe she's something completely different. Either way, I had to find out. So you were looking for data on Musashi, huh? Yes, and I couldn't have done it without the whole staff's help. Oh, it was no big deal. There were all sorts of always accessible text-formatted data already saved to the standard library. Unfortunately, image data of authentic original text isn't as easy to find. But luckily, we recently happened across some that was saved to a standalone underground library. I think my heart skipped a beat when it first turned up. After all, it said not to look at it in the README file. Still, I scanned it for viruses, and it came up clean, so it should be alright. Probably just someone's idea of a practical joke. I like how they're referencing READMEs. Anyway, I hope this image taken of the original manuscript from the Book of Five Rings helps you two out. Later. Thank you so much. This is the book Musashi wrote. Yes, this is the book that the Miyamoto Musashi who left his mark on our history wrote. The female Musashi that you had met had nothing to do with it. For one thing, she hadn't materialized as a servant, right? I think she was a flesh and blood human. I did not get anyone from the banner. I tried. Thank you, Tajik the Magic King. Moving between worlds while still alive. Alternate histories, but with the exact same name. A different version of the exact same person. An excuse to gender bend. Senpai, can you wait for a little while? There's something I want to try. My headcanon is that male King Arthur is K from another timeline. Oh, not K. He's just Arthur from another timeline. This is a shorter singularity? Wow. Well, that might be good for me in streaming at least, because then I can get back to making videos. I have to go through all of Code Vein a second time on a New Game Plus just to record the cutscenes in high quality, because I did not realize that the Hot Springs was not actually a cutscene viewer. Senpai, can you wait for a little while? There's something I want to try. If the Musashi you met was different from our history's Miyamoto Musashi, but she also had the same name and fought with 2 swords, then we may be able to find something else they have in common, or maybe even some way in which they're entirely different in the manuscript. I know I'm grasping at straws, so I can't offer anything more definitive right now, but... maybe we'll learn something surprising about her. Thank you, Senpai. So you were discussing the Book of 5 Rings, were you? I really must say, it might just be a touch difficult to decipher it, and to find a proper expert. Right, Musashi and Kojiro are like peas in a pod of hell. Oh no, I may call myself Sasaki Kojiro. Who's to say if that is indeed who I truly am? No, I am merely a stick-waving samurai who stumbled onto this name. I have certainly heard the name Miyamoto Musashi, but I've never actually met him. Indeed, I have no connection to him whatsoever, for good or ill. Nonetheless, now that I go by Kojiro, I cannot ignore the mark that Shinsen Musashi has made upon the world. The knowledge of the Book of 5 Rings, was bestowed upon me when I was summoned as a servant, whether I wished it or not. As such, I know it quite well, though I cannot say how comprehensible its contents will be to you, Lady Sarah. Everything up to the Book of Earth and the Book of Water can be interpreted easily enough, but beyond that, it is more a book of riddles than a manual. Its final chapter, the Book of Void, is nothing more than a scrap that lays Musashi's feelings bare. Nor are they described in a tangible, material manner. Void discusses what lies beyond. The karmic laws one's eye can see. And the concept of zero, which at the time was at the very bleeding edge of Buddhist studies. Indeed, it reads more like a philosophical treatise created to help the reader accept this new way of thinking. He speaks weird. Welcome, supporter. Thank you very much. Excuse me. I'm afraid I completely forgot. Sasaki Kojiro! Oh, I'm sorry for getting carried away. I didn't mean to shout in your face like that. But I just remembered that you showed up in the story about the famous duel on Ganryu Island. Of course, some say the story was just invented some years later. And you're also rather unique when it comes to heroic spirits. But that's exactly why I should have thought to ask about you about it first. And yet, for some reason, it never even occurred to me until now. Huh, that's odd. I feel like my head was swimming in some kind of haze or something. Please calm yourself, Lady Mashu. Take a deep breath. Or a few deep breaths. And make sure you're getting enough oxygen. Now, may I ask what you meant to do with the Book of 5 Rings? Do you mean to summon Musashi to Chaldea as well? No, not exactly. Happy Thanksgiving, that's not for another month, but okay. You never know for sure when it comes to Musashi. Oh-ho, so you met a Miyamoto Musashi, but not the historical Miyamoto Musashi of our world. Rather, she is a woman with thin arms who yields 2 katana, claims to be Musashi, and aspires to perfect her swordsmanship. Fascinating. She sounds very much like me, and yet entirely different. What was that notification? Welcome to supporter? That thing? No, that's somebody joining as a channel member. They are supporting me at the bare minimum of $1 a month, just like Patreon, but now they have access to the, the Lessons in Magecraft series. You summoned Musashi? Thank God I already had her. Hello! I may be Sasaki Kojiro, but inside I am merely a single manifestation of one of many legends surrounding him. I am but the shadow of the moon, as reflected in a pool of water. But you say this mysterious Musashi you met is apparently the Musashi, rather than one of his manifestations. In which case, did this female Musashi ever tell you this? Kojiro, you have lost. According to other swordmasters, that is what Musashi said to Kojiro after the latter had cast aside his scabbard of his own accord while fighting Musashi on Ganryu Island. There are numerous interpretations of their duel, but there are no lines more famous than this. As such, those words would prove that this Musashi was indeed who she claims. Perhaps you even came to believe she was Musashi because you had heard her speak that line, Lady Sarah. She's still Musashi whether she said that or not, because I said so. Oh. That complicates matters. Then I believe this female Musashi has yet to reach the void. Which may then make you the final piece of this puzzle, Lady Sarah. Musashi was my most ephemeral rival, a wielder of two katana for whom Sasaki Kojiro had waited since time immemorial. There have been many great swordmasters in Japan's history, but despite being flashy and controversial, none so well known and beloved as him. He was a brilliant martial artist, with nary a loss to his name, Shinmen. Musashi no Kami. Fujiwara no Harunobu. That does sound like me. But I never dreamed I'd have the luxury of somebody overseeing it all to the end. I never thought things would turn out like this. Senpai? You look pale. No, more than pale. You look ghostly white. Wait, this has happened before. What's wrong, Senpai? Senpai? Nap time. Nap time. Senpai! Please, wake up, Senpai! What is all this commotion? It's early. What's wrong, Mashu? You seem awfully worked up. Why, you're as pale as an oni. Oh, and I see Master collapse in a heap. She's out cold, isn't she? But don't worry, she's still got a pulse. We're neither too late nor too early. I shall go and fetch Lady Martha. Lady Mashu, remain calm. Lady Doji, keep an eye on things. Well, it's not like she's dying or anything. Although it does feel like there's some kind of magical energy here. Never mind. Guess it was just my imagination. Oh wait, whoops. Thought it was Sasaki again. Hey, Sarah. Wake up or I'll start nibbling on you from the head down. Not so bad an idea, Shuten. Do it. Senpai! Can you hear me? Everyone has a senpai, Robot Nexus. There you have it. Miss Sarah has fallen into a deep coma. She was thoroughly examined, but nothing was found to be amiss. If anything, she appears to be the picture of health. Yet, she will not wake up. Not even all the healing-focused casters in Chaldea working together are able to open her eyes. And according to Mashu, this is not the first time Master has succumbed to such a coma. When this happened before, I believe the cause lay with... Oh, my apologies. Ultimately, the King of Mages was responsible for that, of course. though you were certainly complicit. You were not the sole cause of the problem. Nor are you the sort of man to repeat the same crime twice. Nonetheless, I couldn't help but suspect that you might know a thing or two about this. Silence. Keep prattling on and I will burn you to ash from the inside out. Do not speak to me. I have no interest in whatever you have to say. Just keep your mouth shut, Holmes. Quite a shame, that. I thought we might find common ground as gentlemen who share fondness for tobacco. Very well, then, I shall refrain from further conversation. I was merely hoping you might be able to help contain this situation. But I shall respect your wishes, and do without your cooperation. However, as this matter concerns Chaldea's sole master, it is of utmost importance. As such, I shall be continuing my investigation. Do what you will. It's no concern of mine. There we go. That should have him helping out in earnest. It's a shame that things have come to this, but now that they have, everything depends upon all of us doing our best. And of course, upon Miss Sarah's own battle. What, are there, like, actually voiced lines, or is it just in battle? Open the eyes. What a weird prompt. You see a blue sky stretching out above you. Sit up. Huh. Already awake? I thought you'd be out at least another day. Wait, no, sorry. Why do I always say the first thing that comes to mind? Okay then, to make up for that, let me tell you what's going on. Seeing as it's such a nice day, I decided this was a good time and place to eat. I unwrapped my meal and was just getting ready to eat when you suddenly fell from the sky. I caught you purely on instinct, but in the process, my rice bell fell into the dirt. But anyway, I tried calling to you and slapping you awake, but you were out like a lantern. So I figured I was in for a day of waiting around here to keep an eye out on you. But then you just went and woke up on your own. Like Yajirobe. I see your luck is still as strong as ever. Or maybe Lady Kanon has taken you under her protection. Anyway, let me introduce myself again. I'm Musashi! That's right, I'm Shinmen Musashi no Kami, Fujiwara no Harunobu. But you can just call me Musashi, like you did before. It's been a long time, Sarah. I'm glad we were able to see each other again. Into the rice field. Huh, what a name. We have to use her, okay. But what are the other servants? We're fighting sabers. So I'll bring an Acha. Really? Oh. No kidding. This could be tricky. This could be tricky. Thanks for filling me in. I think I've got the lay of the land now. So basically, you don't know where you are, or how you got here. Usually you've got a thing that lets you talk to your comrades, but for some reason you can't do that now. And to top it all off, you can't be totally sure that this isn't all a dream. That about it? It's just like the first time we met. Oh, back on Onigashima. I've actually crossed a few more worlds since then, but never mind that now. Did you get over your dizzy spells? Okay, I can trust your story then. The last thing you remember, you were still in your own world, back in Chaldea, and bam! Next thing you know, you're waking up here. I can't say for sure whether you're dreaming or not, but I have heard stories about people's spirits leaving their bodies while they dream. Hessian Lobo? Eventually. I did say I would try to get every servant in the Nasuverse, and as long as I have your all support, I'm gonna keep it up. 7 gifts waiting. They're all just, purchased embers for servants I was hoping to get and never got. Some puppeteer with glasses once told me that while it was extremely rare to travel to other worlds like dreaming, it does happen occasionally. Something like that is going on with Shiki. At any rate, even I'm surprised by how far off the beaten path your life takes you. You think? Sure, it makes me feel closer to you than ever before. It's great to finally have someone to talk to who really gets me. And since we have so much in common, I'll be glad to help make sure you wake up from this dream safely. My best guess, you probably are dreaming. But at the same time, this world also really exists. At least I think it does. So if you end up dying here before you wake up, you'll probably end up dead for real. I've seen people die to curses? Seen stuff like that more than a few times. So, as Musashi no Kami, I hereby offer to serve you as your guard until this thing blows over. It's been so long since I've said something like that. Makes me feel kinda silly. Somebody even trusted a ruffian like me to look after a plot of land once, if you can believe that. Don't worry, I've protected a fair few over the years, so just relax and let me handle everything. In fact, to be honest, I just came here a day ago myself, so I've been a little nervous about exploring this place on my own. So we're both in the same boat? Yep. Though I'm not as nearly out of place as you are. The air's kinda different here, but this is still the Japan I know. That said, I'm afraid I don't know anything more about what's going on than you do. Sorry about that. I've bounced around all kinds of worlds, but it seems I can't go back to worlds I've been to before. I'm always getting called stranger and world drifter and other stuff like that wherever I go, so I'm pretty much always starting from scratch. A lot of the time, I get rough types getting in my face and picking fights and stuff. Sometimes it gets me so riled up I can't control myself. But with you here with me, I'm sure you'll talk me down from anything foolish. Lady Kanon must have had a hand in this. I mean, you ended up here just after you were talking about me, right? It must be fate. It is fate, Grand Order. Anyway, I'm glad you're here with me. Let's find out what's up with this place together. We'll look for a way to get you back down to your own world, and a way for me to keep going with my journey. I am in your debt, that I am. That's weird coming from you. Don't talk like that. We've already shared a rice ball before. There's no need for flattery. Okay, now that we're all caught up, let's say we get moving. From the look of things around here, I can say for sure we're in Japan. I guess somewhere in the center of the country? Let's start by seeing what's over in that direction. If we're lucky, we'll find a village. If we're unlucky, well, we should still find a river. Well, we've been walking for an hour, and so far the only thing we've found is a bunch of Jizo statues. Still, I bet it won't be much longer until we find a village. Trust me, that's usually how it goes. Oh, are you okay, Sarah? Did you want to take a break? I must have been walking pretty quickly. I'm okay, this is nothing compared to America. Huh? You mean you've crossed to that whole continent? That's amazing! Even I got tired just crossing the western part of it. Still, you know what America is like, huh? That country is really huge. Although, if you can handle that much, that means you can also handle me dragging you around. A kinda rough, right? That's a weird way of phrasing. Anyway, I guess I should save my energy and just hush a bit, huh? So let's take it nice and easy while we walk. Luckily, the sky is a beautiful blue today. I'm still hungry since I lost my rice ball, but I can make do as long as the sky is nice and blue like this. You sure do like blue skies, don't you, Musashi? I do. America's sky was beautiful too. But there's just something about it here that I really love. Like, it has a kind of depth to it. No, that's not right. If anything, the sky seems more pliable. America's sky was so pretty you could feel your own thoughts emptying out as you looked at it. But not this sky. It feels like it could pull you into it, to a point where it's actually kind of scary. That's one of the things I love about it. I guess part of that has to do with my memories of watching it as a child, though. Hey, I can sense someone. Looks like we got lucky, and someone's coming this way. I wonder if they're from around here. This should work out well. We can ask them everything we want to know. Hi there. What are you two doing in the rice fields? I can tell you're not from around here. Are you travelers? Where did you come from? That's right. I am a traveling swordswoman. The fact that we understand each other just goes to show that this really is Japan. I can't easily explain where I came from, but I was born in a town called Ohara, in the Mimasaka province. Have you heard of it? It's home to Kenmitsu Temple. I mean, never mind. I guess that doesn't matter. I'm Musashi, Miyamoto Musashi. My real name is a bit longer than that, but that'll do for now. What about you, miss? What's your name? It's so nice of you to help out by watching that baby. Is he your little brother? Are you his big sister? Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh! You're a woman samurai, and you're so pretty! Oh gosh, your costume is really pretty too. Are you from Edo? Huh? Me? Pretty? Did you hear that, Sarah? She called me pretty. Nod. I knew it. It feels so strange, but a good kind of strange. Anyway, thank you for the compliment. My name's Onui. And this is my little brother, Tasuke. I'm not gonna do the baby sounds. Peekaboo. Wow, Sarah. I didn't know you were so good with babies. I'm impressed. I like babies. Oh, and kids, too. But I'm just no good at looking after them. Whenever they cry, I end up wanting to cry with them. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Onui, you mentioned Edo, right? It sounds like it's a major city. That would put us in the same time period I was in before, during the Tokugawa shogunate's reign. It's still a range of a few hundred years. Wait, the Tokugawa shogunate lasts for that long? Oh man, now I really wish I'd enlisted. Are you going to Edo, Miss Samurai? Or to Toke Castle? Toke Castle? Uh-huh. If that's where you're headed, it's just a half-day's walk along the highway. That would mean this is Kazusa province. So we must be in the eastern part of the country. No, this is the Shimousa province. Is that so? There's a really big town all around the castle. It's much bigger than our village. Wait, hold on. I could have sworn that Toke Castle here was in Kazusa, and that it was abandoned during the Toyotomi reign. I don't remember it being big enough to have its own town, either. This is all very different than I remember. Hence the singularity! Say, Onui, Lord Tokugawa is the ruler of Edo, right? That's right. His name is Tokugawa Ie something. Oh, Iemitsu. His name is Tokugawa Iemitsu. So this is Iemitsu's reign. Even so, Toke Castle should still be in Kazusa. And still be abandoned to boot. Maybe this is part of that. Oh yes, that, of course. Sometimes the history of worlds I wander into differs slightly from the history of my own world. That's probably what's going on here. How about in your time? Is Toke Castle part of Kazusa? Was it a proper castle during the Tokugawa reign? Right, of course. Sorry, I should have known better than to ask. At any rate, this is good. We now know that this is the Tokugawa reign under Tokugawa Iemitsu, and that we're somewhere in the Shimousa province. This girl was pretty quick and confident in her answers, so there's no reason to doubt her. I think we've made a lot of progress. Things are going so well it almost seems wrong. Usually I end up having to fend off burglars before I meet a single decent person. Hell, most of the time I have to cross mountains before I even learn the name of whatever place I happen to cross. You've had some incredibly bad luck, haven't you? I know, right? More often than not, the only people who will talk to me are bandits. Good thing for me that you're here this time, Sarah. Oh, that was just my stomach growling. I guess that's what happens when you haven't eaten for anything for 2 days straight. Say, Onui, is there a tea house anywhere around here? There's a tea house on the other side of the village. Oh, but my grandpa's Hermitage is a lot closer. That's where Tasuke and I came from. Say, pretty samurai lady. Weird kimono lady? I guess this would look really weird to you. Would you two like to come to my grandpa's Hermitage? I could make you tea. You know how to make tea, Onui? So you know how to do housework as well as watch your brother, huh? What a responsible young girl you are. I'm proud of you. Anyway, please follow me and... I know this feeling. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. There are monsters nearby. Onui, get away from the cute girl in the weird kimono. Get away from Sarah. Oh gosh, the sky went all dark. Is this... There, it's okay, Tasuke. Nothing to be afraid of. Well, maybe a little, but it'll be okay. You were right. There's nothing to be afraid of. That voice. That's not the kind of voice any child should have to hear. Onui, I want you to close your ears. Sorry, your eyes and plug your ears. Fuck me. Children might see ghosts sometimes, but they should never have to see a real monster. Especially not during Iemitsu's reign. Widespread war should be gone by this period. Children shouldn't have to see people dying, to hear bodies being torn apart. Maybe you shouldn't, describe it then. For that matter, they shouldn't have to see me using my swords either. Looks like my luck is just as terrible as ever. Running into this mountain at night is one thing, but if they're showing up in broad daylight, things must be really bad in this time period. You there, evil spirit, I won't ask who or what you are, or why you lost your way in the first place. I'm no monk, and I have no desire to hear your grudge or chant a prayer for you. If you disappear here and now, I won't even raise my katana against you. But if you turn those rotting eyes of yours to the living, all bets are off. Thank you for follow. I especially won't have you looking at Onui or Tasuke. Musashi no Kami, will you help us? Of course, this evil spirit is made of pure bloodlust. If I don't take care of it, the children's lives could be endangered. Or, for that matter, your life. I'll fight with you. I can back you up. That's great to hear. You haven't changed a bit, Sarah. I knew I could trust you. No, more than that. You truly deserved respect, after all. She moved to the protected city, to protect the children. Fuck me. She moved to protect the children before I even said anything. Whereas my first move was to take up my katana. Oh well, that is who I am. No sense feeling bad about it. I'm a swordsman, so I may as well act like one. I'm perfectly fine facing down evil spirits. Since the sun isn't keeping you at bay, I'll just have to do it myself. The path of the void demands that souls devoid of flesh be cut away from this world. With my 2 katana, I shall do just that. Ka-ching! Ka-ching! Aw, fail. Epic fail. Epic fail. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's my first fight. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Seriously? Wow. That's sad. Hey! Uh-oh. 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 Anyone else having connection issues? Don't tell people the stream's over. I'm going to be persistent as fuck. Although Foe has been running for quite some time. Hey, wake up. Yes, but some people might believe it. Restart the whole phone. I could. I don't wanna. Once the hentai game on your phone, it's not that great. It's not actually a hentai game. It's close to it. It's based off a hentai game from... What is that website called? Fuck, I forgot. I guess I could try restarting the phone. I doubt that has anything to do with it, but you never know. Give me a moment. I'm still here. Yes, Nutaku. Thank you. It's like a puzzle game. I was looking for something as good as Honey Pop. I love Honey Pop. But this game is equivalent. And unfortunately, these shitty games are like even worse than your typical... But whereas Honey Pop is an actual finished game that you can complete to the end and play as much as you enjoy, frickin'... Whatchamacallit. What is that game called? Passion Puzzle. Tries to make you pay at every single turn, and it's really annoying. There we go. Sorry about that. Weak little Musashi. Weak Musashi. You're nowhere nearly as strong as mine. You shot me in the face! How dare you! How dare you! Okay, which one is on? Yes. Oh, Audrey the bitch. Yes. She's amazing. She actually is my favorite looks-wise, for sure. Her attitude's a little crazy. Fuck up this Dark Warrior. You can't have too much strategy in this game with just the one person, though. Honeycam, I couldn't stand the art style. Fuck that. Fuck that. I liked the geek girl too. She was nice. And the fairy, the one that's walking you through almost all of it. There's just something about puzzles and sex. Are the sky and evil spirits connected somehow? It looks like the spirits are all gone now. Whoa, I can't believe it. That was amazing. You're so strong, Miss Samurai. At first I thought those were ghosts, but since you were able to get rid of them, and you're not a monk, I wonder if they were actually bandits or burglars or something. Oh yeah, they did say that, I remember. Back when Mom and Dad were still alive. I see, so they're orphans. They always said to be careful at night, because lots of bad things show up then. Just like Demon Slayer. I don't remember if Mom and Dad said anything about shadowy things showing up when it gets really cloudy. But I know they told us that's what happens at night. Grandpa said so too. Suyoku nareru. It's a fun show. I like all the people in a gripe because people draw Nezuko hentai. Grandpa, now I see. So they still have a grandfather. He sounds very kind, too. Although, I still don't know why bandits showed up here. And when it's not even night. They didn't look like bandits to me. What about you? I thought they totally looked like bandits. Really? Either way, now we know they should that they show up so often that they get mistaken for bandits. So there's a castle that's not supposed to be here, and evil spirits stalking fields like wild animals. I've wandered into time periods like that before, but this one seems especially dangerous. It looks to be as bad as Onigashima, where we first met, or maybe even worse. Anyway, for now, let's go pay Onui's house a visit. Fuck me. Hate tripping over my tongue. Sounding like an idiot. I'm still hungry. We have to get her and Tasuke back home safely. But oh... I'll still use Musashi. Fate/Demon Slayer fan art. Interesting. Well, DeviantArt's got pretty much anything. Those dark things don't show up in Grandpa's Hermitage or the village, not even at night. I'd never even seen one before. You hadn't either, right, Tasuke? See? Okay. Milf spider. That may be what Onui told us. But things might be different from what she's used to now. First, it got dark again, and there are definitely more monsters nearby, too. So why so many evil spirits in the Edo period? Seriously, what's going on here anyway? The nerve of these things, making me look bad by showing up right after I say they've all been taken care of. If that wasn't bad enough, there's even more of them now. A lot of people, okay, so that game that just came out, Indivisible, people are complaining because one of the artists, I guess, involved, or made a cameo, was the artist behind Zontan. And somebody's like, but they made hentai of underage characters. It's like, okay, who do I have to drop kick next? Sorry, Musashi, looks like we can't rest up yet. I thought it was strange that no one else had showed up yet. Is that technique of yours not working right or something? Well, if not, that's fine. It keeps things nice and simple. I may be so hungry I'm about to collapse, but I still have an example to set. This time I'll make sure to cut them down to such a small size that they'll never come back again. It's weird though, because people weren't really hyped at all for Demon Slayer, and then all of a sudden, boom! It hits them like a train, like mid-season, and it gets like really trending. Sarah, get down! Let's see. It looks as though I've materialized in this world for reasons unknown. Now I find myself in Shimousa. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw monsters just appearing and attacking people left and right, wherever the sky grew dark. So wherever I found one, I would rip them to shreds with my spear. And now, after traveling the land and destroying numberless scores of them, I find myself in the presence of a beautiful swordswoman, accompanied by a child, a baby, and a young woman dressed in strange clothing. Pray tell, how did this come to be? Whoa, who is this guy? He obliterated those spirits with just a single thrust of his spear. The way he holds his spear, his gait, his torso, his build, his breathing, compared to him, those spirits might as well have been kittens. Musashi? Oh well, I guess I better say something. I can tell you're a skilled fighter from the way you mowed down those spirits with a single spear strike. Are you the powerful warrior I've been hearing about? Well now. I wasn't expecting you to answer my question with a question of your own. A powerful warrior, It seems I'm one of the heroic spirits that have left their mark on humanity, but I still find that hard to believe. I find quite a bit of knowledge has been stuffed into this head of mine, but none of it answers any truly important questions. For what purpose was I summoned here? Where is the one who summoned me? I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. For the moment, I shall tell you my name. I am Hozoin Inshun. I have studied both Buddhism and the spear directly under Master Ine, the founder of the Hozoin style. Sojutsu. Hozoin Inshun? Right you are. Thank you for saying so, young one. I am indeed Hozoin Inshun, and merely passing by. So you're a monk? Wow, you're even stronger than those dark bandits. Bandits? Were those bandits just now? As near as I could tell, they were nothing more than evil spirits. I think so too. If those are bandits, then all of Japan would be overrun by... Wait a sec. Did I hear you right? Are you really Inshun? As in the Hozoin Inshun? The strongest Jumonji spear wielder who ever lived? The man who reinstated the Hozoin style Sojutsu after Lord Ine passed on? The same Hozoin Inshun, whose skills with the spear even allowed him to step into the realm of gods and the Buddha himself? Yes, I believe I'm that Inshun. I've certainly never gone by any other name. What about you? Is it rare to see a woman, or it is rare to see a woman carrying a katana, and they do not appear to me mere decoration. Right, it was Ninja, the Fortnite dude. It's so weird that people find out about shit so much because it's trending. It's like, you gotta do a little research, but yeah. A true fan would have known, hey, it's Ufotable, let's check it out. Which I did on the first episode. I didn't do any rolls. I literally had no quartz. This feeling you impart, you do not possess the unique air of a heroic spirit, but I cannot help but sense something familiar about you. I see, you are a swordsman. Familiar, huh? I never managed to meet him before in all my travels across different timelines of Japan. I never once came across Lord Inshun while he was still alive. He's an unparalleled genius with the spear. So much so that the other warrior monks, who ordinarily have no interest in who the strongest of them is, talked about him in hushed, even reverent tones. I never imagined I would finally end up meeting him in a place like this. Yeah, right now, Sarah and the other two come first. My own interests can wait until later. Let me think. Jesus. Oh, I didn't mean to press auto. Fuck you. Sorry. Let me thank you once again for your help earlier. I was incredibly impressed by your skill with the spear. There can be no doubt that you are the Hozoin Inshun, the star pupil of the Hozoin School of Sojutsu, a warrior monk said to be invincible once he takes up his Jumonji spear. Although I was under the impression that you would be quite a bit older in this time period. Is that why you weren't sure about me? I apologize for that. There's a very good reason why I'm younger than you than you expected. It's because I'm a servant. Servant? Oh, you mean the kind of servant Sarah talks about sometimes. I believe she described them as the shadows of figures from fiction and history that materialize in this world to aid her in battle. I see. So you're one of those, then. Indeed. Thus, I can see why you may be on your guard. As we servants are not exactly everyday occurrences, but you are hardly without blame either. I heard you rattling your sword, attempting to provoke my ire. I cannot commend your actions. Had those children not been present, I would have already answered such provocation. Sorry about that, it's a habit of mine. Whenever I meet any opponent who seems formidable, I end up goading them into a duel. But I guess I missed my chance thanks to you. Seems like now is not the best time to compare skills. I see. That is at once fortunate and very much the opposite. I too have no wish to kill a swordsman who can be reasoned with. All the more so if she is as beautiful as you are. I may be sworn to celibacy, but that would still be a terrible shame. My erection is throbbing hard within these tight leather restraints. I agree. After seeing that smile, I'd really like to see if we could be friends. I'm sorry for not properly introducing myself earlier. I'm Miyamoto Musashi. As you can see, I am indeed a traveling swordsman. I'm sorry, did you say Musashi? That's right, Musashi. Musashi! Miyamoto Musashi, huh? As in Shinmen Musashi no Kami Fujiwara Fujiwara no... Alright, let me try to do this all in one thing. Shinmen Musashi no Kami Fujiwara no Harunobu. Yep, that's me. Now I see. I had no idea that the famed Musashi was a woman. Forgive me for laughing like that. It was very rude of me. I was just really surprised. What a strange twist of history. I have spent my life walking both the paths of the Buddha and the spear. But nothing prepared me for the surprise that this new hollow life would have in store. What a great pleasure this has been to have my expectations upturned like... Wait, this is wrong. You're a far cry from the Musashi that I know. You there, young lady. You know who Musashi is supposed to be, right? I know what you mean. This is just like what happened when I first met you, Sarah. What's with the me from other worlds? Anyway, I'm afraid I don't have any other way to explain it. I just happen to be a Musashi who's a little different from the one you're familiar with. I see, indeed. I do have some familiarity with Shinmen Musashi. At the very least, I can say with confidence that he was not a woman. Could it be that you inherited his name? I doubt he had a daughter, but you might perhaps be his disciple at one point? My father was Shinmen Munisai. Come to think of it, I guess he was technically my master, too. I see. Yep. Then, you say you truly are Shinmen Musashi. Though I'd already said so, I didn't want to explain because I thought it might be confusing. But I think I'm actually from a different history. Really, a different world than the one you all know. Do you get what I mean? A different history. If you had told me that while I was alive, I probably would have said you were speaking nonsense, but now, Very well then, Lady Musashi, let me ask you this. Are you familiar with one Takada Matabe? You mean Matabe the spearman? How do you know about... Oh right, come to think of it. He studied Hozoin-style Sojutsu, didn't he? I think that when we fought, he had already opened his own school. Anyway, what about him? Takada Matabe and I studied under the same master, and Matabe claimed he had crossed swords with Shinmen Musashi. In which case, Hold on, both of you. Looks like your instincts were right on the mark. Sarah, way to go. Whoops, read that in his voice. Whatever happened to the rule of law in this land, nonetheless, this is a good opportunity. Musashi. We could merely talk about this all we want to no avail, but as warriors we have other, far clearer ways to communicate than words alone. Indeed, I'd hate to be taken lightly just because I've got thin arms. You're more than hardened than you seem, or hard-headed than you seem, aren't you, Lord Inshun? I suppose now's as good a time as any to prove who I am with my own swords. We can only proceed so far with doubts fogging our minds. As such, there is only one path left for us. All right, Lord Inshun, why don't you take the right side? Shall we say whoever slaughters the most spirits is the winner? I heartily agree. The quick thinking is indeed the Shinmen Musashi I know. Are you really shoot-first types? Huh? What's going on? Onui, I want you to stick close to Sarah again. Make sure you don't move from her side. Okay. You're such a good little boy, Tasuke. Don't cry now. This will all be over soon. There you are, evil spirits. Just this once, I'm glad you don't know when to give up. Huh, such ferocity. Most men would soil their pants at the sight of such creatures, yet you yearn to fight. At this point, I am already willing to believe you are who you say you are, but I'll be damned if I miss this chance to compare our skills firsthand. You there, young lady. Make sure you keep careful track of which of us defeats more spirits. Here we go again. Busta. Get off my back. Jeez. What about Dango? Oh, hello. It's 4 in the morning for you. One thing you'll learn about me is that I'm always tired. For well over a decade, I've just been a very tired dude. I think I might be getting sick, too. Right now my throat is killing me, so I apologize. First episode of FGO is fantastic. I love the animation. Some people get upset when, like, the art looks a tiny bit messier for the sake of having, like, more intense movement, but I always really like that. It's like what Apocrypha did. This is it. Not yet, it isn't. Woo! I guess you can't really put any stocks in rumors. Unparalleled with the spear doesn't come close to doing your skill justice. It would even be an insult to call you the greatest of all time. Every thrust of your spear, every sweep, every strike, every slash would be ultimate finishing blows for any other fighter. The art style was kind of bad? For FGO? Hell no, it's gorgeous! It's gorgeous. I'm really glad that the studio that's doing it now is doing it, as long as they maintain the same level of quality. To be honest, watching you fight up close gave me chills. It was so beautiful I could hardly believe it. No one, at any point in Japan's history, has ever wielded a spear with so much absolute perfection. The depth of your mindfulness and technique, the way your spear cut through the air will only bear with only the bare minimum distance required, the sheer mastery of your form, with not a single movement wasted. I still have a long way to go in comparison. Incredible, you win. No doubt about it. It has been an honor to witness your skill up close, Lord Inshun. Seriously, that was awesome. The heir to the Hozoin school was even greater than I had imagined. No, Ufotable does not do it. I see. So that is how I seem to you, huh? In this case, I can finally accept this. Oh, I don't mean your identity, I mean myself as a so-called servant. To be honest, even after I learned about heroic spirits and servants, I was unsure whether I was fit to be one myself. Troika did El Malloy case files. I don't think they're doing Babylonia. You don't like the noses? But if a swordsman of your caliber has admitted defeat, I can accept that I am worthy to be a heroic spirit. I am the one who should be thanking you, Shinmen Musashi. You have proven beyond all doubt how capable women warriors can be. Hey, he called you Musashi. So he did. He even thanked me, even though I don't deserve it. Lord Inshun truly is as great as the spear he wields. Cloverworks. I see. Well, they're doing a lot better on Babylonia to me than they did on Darling. I appreciate that, but can I set the record straight about one thing? Just because I've declared you the victor doesn't mean I lost. Isn't that right, Sarah? I never said I lost, did I? Musashi sure does hate to lose. I see, yes, now that you mention it, you're right. The Musashi I know would never really admit defeat. Indeed, you are without a doubt Shinmen Musashi. Both your skills and your speech prove it. And that's the second time. It seems our contest to see whether I am truly Musashi has been settled as well. Yup, that was twice. You said Shinmen Musashi twice. So you agree she is Musashi then? I see. So I've called you that twice, have I? Well done. I may have won our contest of skill, but it seems I've lost in what truly mattered. I don't recall ever refusing to acknowledge you for who you are, but let me make it official. Magnificently played, Lady Musashi. Now at last, I know what kind of situation I found myself in. I am a servant who has been summoned to this place, and that young lady there is one of the few in this time who knows what servants are. If this is not fate, then nothing is. Please, will you tell me everything you can about yourselves? I may be Hozoin Inshun, but I have no idea as to who summoned me here. I see. Chaldea, is it? I'm afraid I understood perhaps half of what you told me at best. Lady Musashi, Musashi, but I understand what Sarah had to say well enough. I have no connection to this Chaldea place whatsoever. Therefore, I must be an inhuman being who has appeared here for some other reason. You're not human? Servants are people too! They are just as bang-worthy, at the very least. The Onimusha games? They are? Okay, I understand that you're the same kind of person as the people Sarah summoned the last time we met. Is there someone controlling you, or did you just pop right out of the grave all on your own? I'm not undead, although I suppose the art that summoned me is black as those that create the undead, so perhaps we are more similar than I would like. At any rate, as far as I can remember, I materialized here as a Lancer about 2 days ago. I have no idea whether or not I have a master. All I know is that when I came to, I was standing alone at the edge of the Katori Shrine grounds. I was given very little knowledge during my summoning. I know only that this is the 16th year of the Kane, in which Tokugawa Iemitsu reigns, and that we are in the Shimousa province. In modern terms, that puts us in Chiba Prefecture. Chiba Prefecture? Chiba Prefecture? Indeed, I know where we are and when we are, but nothing more. Again, I have no idea whatsoever as to why I was summoned to begin with. Nonetheless, when I came to, I had an ominous premonition. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up, warning me not to remain a moment longer. You have hairs on the back of your neck that you don't have anywhere else. So I left Katori Shrine and wandered around, slaying the spirits that appeared at night and when the sky grew dark. And that's when you met us, huh? I'm glad you made it here safe and sound, Lord Inshun. I mean, you've been walking around these mountains and fields for a whole 2 days without anything to eat or drink, right? I've done that myself at times, so I know how hard it is. Especially since that's the exact same situation I'm in right now myself. I really need to eat something before my stomach turns itself inside out. You do? All I have is some water in my bamboo flask. I'm sorry I don't have anything else, Mr. Monk. But if you come to my grandpa's hermitage, we can treat you to rice balls. That is most kind of you, but worry not. This form of mine is fleeting, transient. I have no need of food or drink. Feel free to drink the water yourselves. Uh-oh, is she going to cry? On second thought, it appears I spoke too soon. There's no creature on Earth that does not get thirsty, after all. In fact, I just realized how thirsty I am. Very well, Onui, I gladly accept your kind offer. Okay. There we go. But man, that's unbelievable. I can't imagine being able to fight after going an entire day without a drop of water. That is merely what it means to be heroic spirit, or a servant. For that matter, you seem fully capable of much the same feat yourself. Yeah, I guess so. I just think it's amazing how you never get hungry. Long as you haven't run out of magical energy. Holy Grail? I didn't say Holy Grail. It is a goblet associated with Western saints, an object said to be derived from the great cauldrons used by ancient foreign gods. They possess immense power, and are capable of granting wishes and performing miraculous feats with ease. In essence, they are omnipotent wish granters. With all these wicked creatures running rampant, it is indeed possible that there is a Holy Grail here. Someone may have obtained it, and may be using its power to bring those creatures into this world. If that's the case, I have to do something. You have to do something, huh? I mean, going home a lot later. Are you okay with that? Not really, but I have to do something. So the needs of the many and all that, huh? You're so young, yet you're already separating your own problems from the ones of those around you. I guess I've got no choice but to stick around and help you then. Help you out then. I can't very well be the only one not bothering because it sounds like too much trouble, after you've gone and said something like that, after all. As they say, we don't meet people by accident. They're meant to cross our path for a reason. Or, we've come too far to turn back now. Is better here? This thing presumably causing trouble is called a Holy Grail, right? So if there's something up there... Someone up there... So if there's someone here up to no good with it, you can just teach them a lesson before heading back to Chaldea, right? You mean you'll help me? Of course I will. Besides, I love helping out cuties like you. Aww. One cutie deserves another. The fishnet ninja girl. Yeah, she seems nice. If anything, I've been waiting for you to ask. If you're okay with my help, I'll gladly stick with you to the end. You truly are different from the Musashi I know, in many ways. He would never help anyone for free. Oh, my apologies. I did not mean to imply that you're either a man or an imposter. You are your own Miyamoto Musashi, with your own imitatable Niten Ichiryu swordsmanship. That aside, young Sarah, your fortitude is most impressive, especially given your age. It's really not, honestly. I see. You are a good person, and a hearty one at that. I can see why you and Lady Musashi get along so well. It is wonderful to see. Wonderful. Hey, what are you all talking about? Oh, just boring grown-up talk. No need to worry about it if you didn't understand. Oh, okay. At any rate, it's terrible that someone has seen fit to summon monsters here, especially after the Tokugawa reign only just brought Japan's period of war to an end. I don't know what it is that they're after, but they must have had a lot of time on their hands. It's still too soon to say anything for certain, but I wouldn't rule it out. Regardless, transient form or not, the fact remains that I have come back to life. As such, I must use my spear to help those suffering from the circumstances beyond their control. I believe that to be nothing less than the reason why I was given new life. But if I am being fully truthful, there is another, more selfish reason. I now have another chance to wield my spear, and there is no better target to use it on than these creatures plaguing innocent people. Is that so? You're a pretty cool guy, Inshun. Am I? At any rate, there are matters we must discuss. Musashi, Sarah. We do not know if you two have some connection to these creatures plaguing Shimousa, or if your presence here is mere coincidence. However, after speaking with you and fighting by your side, I have made up my mind. I see that you are worthy of my trust. As such, I won't insist that you accompany me, but I would suggest that we begin by getting Onue and Tasuke back to this Hermitage place safely. We can plan our next move after that. Is that acceptable? Sounds good. I was already planning to continue walking with Sarah and to take Onue and Tasuke home. Okay, Lord Inshun, it may be for a short while, but I'm glad to have you accompanying us all the same. Likewise. Mordred's abs are fantastic. Prima Cantica. Purgatorio. Yay, I can finally use fucking servants. Yeah, I was reading the manga of Shimousa to get a lot of info for Tomoe Gozen's lore. The time has come. The dark Jesuit sorcery I have performed here in the Katori Shrine has borne luscious fruit indeed. I now control 7 knights from across time and space. They are the shadows of figures who have made their mark on humanity. They are neither gods nor evil spirits, nor vengeful specters. Ghosts, I mean. Nor, of course, are they heroic spirits. They are 7 heroic spirit sword masters, each of whom carries a blade made to cut this world to pieces. Indeed, indeed. Now that we have heroic spirits summoned by the Holy Grail have paired with your sorcery. These 7 knights, infused with my curse of annihilation, have become rare and exceptional beings. They shall become your hands. They shall obey your every command and cut down everything in their path. They cannot be hurt, killed, or defeated by any manner or blade. They will merely rage on, killing every living thing they can find. There are none in this entire plane of existence who can stop these tempests in human form. The world of humans will end. There will be no salvation. Indeed. However, we are missing 1 knight. I am aware. The heroic spirit swordmasters must number 7, including you. Caster of Limbo, lower the veil of night. Let the reaping begin. As you wish. Sun, sun, hear me, sun! I command you to set, and hide your warming light. Set, set. I command you to set. Close your eyes and sleep. Slumber while night falls not. Away with you, son. Now is the time for we demons to run free. Come, darkness, and scourge all living things. What a bastard. What a bastard. Huh? What happened to the sky? Why did it go dark again? It might be storm clouds or rain. No, this isn't like what happened last time. I can see the moon. It's true. It really is night. I've never seen anything like this. It's far too early for sunset. For that matter, what are we to make of that? The moon is shining an ominous red. This can't possibly be good. If the sky simply going dark is a sign of evil spirits are about to show up, then a blood-red moon can only portend to something really evil. What was it? Bandits and burglars come out at night and... Oh, I remember. Grandpa said when the moon's a different color than usual. That means there's going to be a lot of bandits. So more of those things will be showing up. Unfortunately, we can't face them head-on, with Onui and Tasuke here. Then we must hurry. I shall carry them myself. Now, where to go from here? That way. That's eastward. Then let us run. I had hoped that we could avoid any trouble if we ran away as fast as we could, but it seems I was wrong. No use grumbling now, Lord Inshun. The creepy sky stopped us in our tracks, but we need to keep going. And after we do something about these guys in our way, of course. My command spells are burning hot. Could this mean... Absolutely. I'm not usually a fan of fighting for my life so many times in one day like this. But I guess when you're up against ghosts, phantoms, and evil spirits who have no problem going after children, there isn't much choice. There's no telling if these things can be reasoned with, so I guess they're just a roadblock for now. Let's go. I do have a lot of great servants. I really can't complain, even though Parvati and Tomoe goes in and were like, and stole my entire stash. And Merlin before that was like, nope. Squirtoria, Squirtoria. She's a good companion when you're fighting shits. Thank you. I don't know why, maybe because it's such a casual play compared to some other games, but FGO just makes me sleepy.
遠慮はしませんとも。
罠だ。
えい、フリーズ。
Alrighty. Well, you're still fucking alive. Die, you little shit.
オーセロト
遠慮はしませんとも。
ー罠だ。
Patreon section? Oh, fuck nugget. I will double check that. Or is your name spelled properly on Patreon? Maybe I just went off of that. I'm not trying to put blame on anybody. Get fucked, warrior! Do I think it's possible for Artori to be in there? Very, very unlikely. But it would be a dream come true. Because I don't think Artoria has ever been on a Nintendo anything. In order to qualify, I think they've had to at least once. Well, that's not true. It's not true. Because fucking Solid Snake was never on Nintendo prior to that. What type of mage craft am I most excited about? Hard to say. Actually, no, that's not true. I have one. I'm excited to explain the concept of runes. The stuff that, like, Ku uses, and we see Toko use as well. Oh, she is an Extella. Now that it is slightly Nintendo. I don't know. It would be a dream come true, but I'm never... Like, I'm always like, what the hell, when it comes to who actually gets in those. You need, yeah. I mean, I update the thing every month, because that's when, like, the actual payments go through, and I'm not going to put people in the credits that are, like, signing up and then ditching. I don't even know if that's possible. There we go. Sarah, can I ask you something? The reason we were able to beat those spirits so much more easily than the others isn't because they were going easy on us. It's because we had help this time, right? What I mean is, unless I'm wrong, your allies did most of the work this time, right? You mean the Chaldea servants? I cannot speak to the specifics, but perhaps that is because of me. This is merely speculation, but since I am a servant, perhaps I somehow helped to energize your connection? Or caused something to happen when Lady Musashi and I crossed swords? At any rate, Sarah, I sense that your spells are back in working order. Yep, now I should be able to fight like usual. Awesome, that's really great to hear. Combine that with having Lord Inshun on our side, and evil spirits like these should be no big deal. That said, we can't get careless. We need to keep our guard up until we know for sure that we're safe. Speak of the devil. I'm sensing an evil aura. Indeed, how right you are. A great swordsman never lets their guard down, no matter how skilled they may be. We are the heroic spirit swordmasters. You will not find us so easily defeated as ordinary evil spirits. Who are you? I'm scared, really scared. Oh god. Onui, get behind Sarah. These demons are nothing like the ones we just faced. For one thing, they have flesh and sense that speak volumes about what they are. This is the 16th year of the Kane. The scent shouldn't exist in a peaceful world, where the Shimabara rebellion is over. It smells as though they just killed mere moments ago. They must be covered in blood from head to toe. What a fearsome man. He is like an Oni when he wields his spear. An ordinary heroic spirit core would have been run through. Be careful, everyone. This man means to kill us. Haha, so you managed to deflect my spear with a single arrow. It seems Shimousa is home to many incredibly strong women. Or perhaps it is simply where all manners of monsters assemble. 1, 2, 3. Aha, so this is the aura imparted by other servants. Now that I have sensed their inhuman presence for myself, I see that it's rather disturbing feeling.
Servants! Oh god!
Indeed, indeed. We are the 6 heroic spirit sword masters. Lady Shinmen Musashi of the famed Niten Ichiryu. Lord Hozoin Inshun, a spearman whose skill elevated him to the realm of gods and the Buddha himself. And the Master of Chaldea. Pleased to make your acquaintance. We 6 knights have been materialized in this world to transform it into hell. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the caster of Limbo. What the? Musashi, behind you! Don't worry, I've got this. She did it. No, that was just a shadow. Her opponent remains unscathed. I am the assassin of Paraiso. Those brilliant flashes I heard tearing through the darkness must have been the sounds of your Niten Ichiryu techniques. I must say I'm a bit disappointed. They cannot compare to those of us who know the blood and chaos of a turbulent world. Oh, my apologies. Come to think of it, you hail from such a world as well, don't you, Shinmen Musashi? Not really. I don't know about the Musashi from this world, but I never fought on any turbulent battlefield like that. You're a shinobi who excels at stealth, right? How nice of you to show yourself in the middle of a battle like... Did she just attack mid-sentence? This must be the heavenly eye. Once she lays eyes on her target, her next strike lands like fate, crashing down. It is a blow all but assured to end her opponent's life. One of Shinmen Musashi's greatest, most formidable gifts. Yet even that strike was blocked. How did you stop it? I am the rider of Kalasutra Hell. I assure you I did nothing special. I simply swung this sword as I saw fit. If I place my sword here, the enemy's blade will halt. If I swing it here, the enemy's head will fly. It is only natural I would understand that. How could I hunt down Oni if I didn't? Ara, what a strange monk you are. What a terrifying woman. That was the best I had, and she parried it like it was nothing. I needed to take out at least one of them with that technique. If I were going to stand a chance, I hate to admit it, but they're all stronger than me. Well, this is just great. Oh, but don't take that as an admission of defeat. I'm just surprised how you're all a little tougher than you look. Defeating all of you now would be a real pain, all the more so if I don't kill you. See, you all seem to know a lot about us, but unfortunately we're still in the middle of a journey. So you You could always let us go, and we can pick this up again another time, right? Oh my. That's so sweet of you. Here we are trying to kill you. But you have no intention of killing us. You don't even intend to protect yourself. You know that you cannot beat us, so instead, you're summoning up every ounce of courage you have to let the children behind you escape with their lives. What a kind person you are. It's wonderful to see. But unfortunately for you, we are not human and cannot be moved by human emotions. We are the heroic spirit sword masters, and thus we have no compunctions whatsoever about killing you. In fact, we'll begin by killing the 3 humans cowering behind you. She looks oddly familiar. I recognize those boobs anywhere. Well done, well done. Even fairy tale heroes would stand in line to watch you fight. I can't believe you're still alive and talking after crossing swords with Kalasutra. I guess people from the Tokugawa era aren't totally worthless after all. Surely you cannot be serious. The only sort of people who live decent lives in the Tokugawa era are the ones like those children over there. Atone from your shameful lapse in judgment by killing yourself, insect. Sorry, but no, Kalasutra. That voice is coming from up in the trees. I can't see her, but I can tell she's formidable too. In fact, her aura is somewhat even more evil than this other woman's. Oh man, it's enough to make me want to cry. Hell, if Lord Inshun weren't here, I think I'd have already burst into tears. Well, don't sweat the small stuff. I think it's great that we have heroic spirits with hands as dirty as ours. I don't mind people like that at all. In fact, I rather enjoy them. But none of that matters. We're all too far gone. We don't need anything anymore. Not money or fame, or the moon or grace. Yeah, fuck the moon. It can all just melt away for all we care. Get back, Musashi! A flash flood? No, wait. Have a little taste of my special brew. Touch it, and it'll melt your mouth, your hand, and everything else. This must be dark sorcery. How'd she use it without revealing its true name? Lady Musashi, make sure that Sarah and the other children stay safe. This is a matter best settled between servants. Let me handle this. Behold what the Hozoin style is truly capable of. This is the pinnacle of the spear. The 11 forbs that were never once defeated in all my life. The Oboro Urazuki. Inshun, you deflected that sword with your spear? That's what I did. Indeed, there is nothing my cross-shaped spear cannot pierce. The 6th heroic spirit swordmasters, was it? Step forward if any of you desire. From here on, I shall be fighting to kill, whether you be Oni or God, or the Buddha himself. My spear will not hesitate to pierce you. I am the berserker of Samgata Hell. I'm impressed, Hozoin. Oh, and you're handsome, too. Even if I didn't reveal its true name. I never thought you'd be able to stop a droplet from my noble phantasm. Especially since you don't even have a curse of annihilation yourself. Sure sounds familiar. My, did you hear that? Berserker of Samgata Hell? That child there seems to recognize you. It seems there is more to her than meets the eye. Just like the Transformers. Like an insect you can't quite smash. Somebody say smash. Let me smash, please. Oh? Kala Sutra, Samgata. Enough playing around. Are the great heroic speared swordsmen incapable of remembering their lord's orders? Limbo, you were supposed to ensure everything went smoothly. Why do any of them still live? Paraiso, Inferno, that goes for you too. You should know better than to toy with your prey. Yes, sir. I'm terribly sorry. My apologies, you were right, of course. I don't remember signing up to be anyone's lapdog. I thought the agreement was that we could handle things however we wanted. You little... Hey, sorry to interrupt your infighting. But if you're all having a bit of a falling out, would you mind if we went our own way? Yeah, I didn't think so. Don't bother, I know what you're gonna say. You there, the guy in the cloak. You must be the leader. I can already tell you're not the type to tell us your objective and look for a point of compromise. Our objective? That should be quite obvious. First of all, you will hand that spearman over to us. Me? Correct. After that, we will massacre every living person here. All who we encounter the heroic spirit swordmasters must die. There will be no exceptions. If you think you can pull that off, go ahead and... Of course we can pull that off. Did you truly think the 6 of us incapable of doing so, woman? That sly fox. Never mind all 6. Any one of these people could pull that off. But if we just surrender, they'd end up killing us all the same. Sarah. Words alone will not be enough to get out of this. Should I fight all 6 of them? I will not be able to guarantee Onui and Tasuke's safety. These are not ordinary servants. I cannot pull my finger on it. But there is something highly unusual about their nature. But that makes me a good match for them. In part, because they evidently came here seeking me. Of course, that isn't the only reason. It's my first time fighting them, but my noble phantasm should be able to handle them, so I ought to at least be able to buy them some time. Listen closely. I want you to let me handle this on my own.
But you're using yourself as a decoy. Don't do it. I love you, bold man.
Exactly. If you make a run for it, Musashi is sure to follow. That is as it should be. You must carry Onui and Tasuke on your back, are we clear? Okay. Good, I'm counting on you. Ha ha ha! Listen up, you villainous Oni calling yourselves heroic spirit swordmasters! You certainly do reek of blood. It is as Lady Musashi said, none of you are fit to live in a peaceful world. How unfortunate that you evidently have business with me. As one who practices the teachings of the Buddha, it is abundantly clear that you could all use a good lesson. There you have it, Lady Musashi. The rest is up to you. Lord Inshun? Sarah, run! Hold on tight, Onui. Oh god, don't let them get us. Huh?
We're getting the fuck out of here!
Go, Musashi. You must protect Sarah and the children.
Thank you, Lord Inshun. I'll be sure to pay you back for this with interest.
Good. Now we can fight without restraint.
So you've chosen to let yourself be used as bait, Hozoin Inshun.
Give it up. Your plan has no hope of success. Well, I don't know about that. It is true that your swordsman aura is immense. I believe it's on par with my own magical energy. I can also tell that you are a true master of your art, a person with monstrous abilities, much like Musashi. Be that as it may, it actually matters not for my purpose here. Even as we speak, there is a young woman carrying young children while making her escape, and they are accompanied by a swordsman of incredible skill. It falls upon me to ensure their safe passage, and that is exactly what I shall do. I see. Then you shall soon be dead.
Oh no!
Battle! We got a battle! This was certainly reckless, but Inshun had no intention of fighting a losing battle. He had every confidence in his noble phantasm. The Oboro Urazuki 11 forms, the ultimate cross-shaped spear technique. A form that Inshun had devised himself in response to his master Ine's 15 forms. An invincible spear technique capable of adapting to any opponent or technique. The accumulation of all this training, said to be on par with the Buddha himself. Whether using it on an opponent he had never fought before, or against any sort of weapon, armament, or technique, Inshun would never lack the advantage. He would parry, counter, or evade anything his opponent threw at him, and follow up with a fatal strike. A great feat, enshrining him as a heroic spirit. Ordinarily, no mere human could hope to achieve it. And yet Hozoin Inshun had done so. Thus, as a lancer, Hozoin Inshun was certain that he could fight calmly and with precision as for as long as needed, no matter what sort of impossible offense the mysterious heroic spirit he faced might use. Luck was on his side in a number of ways. His only opponent was the swordsman in the cloak. The other 5 heroic spirits did nothing but observe the battle from afar. They did not do this in order to go easy on him. In all likelihood, they were simply ill at ease about working with each other. Whatever their reasons for doing so, the other heroic spirits staying out of the battle got Inshun thinking. Their bloodlust was tremendous, and they had positioned themselves in such a way as to make escape impossible. First, he shall dispose of his one enemy. That done, it would be possible to find a way out of this predicament, make his escape, and reunite with Musashi and the others. What say we finish this, Hozoin? Fine with me. Very well then. Ah! The cloaked man no doubt believed he had defended against the attack. There was no mistaking that his katana had blocked the tip of Inshun's spear several times. But he was wrong. In fact, Inshun was matching his own strikes to the man's movements, It was impossible for any to defend against this blow. I see. I should not have dodged instead of parrying, huh? Or I should have dodged instead of parrying, huh? I can't believe you fell for such a simple trick. I've misheard you, or misread you, Hozoin Inshun, if only slightly. I have pierced your heart. Farewell, anonymous swordsman. Anonymous, Ridiculous. Your every action is ridiculous, Inshun. None of it more so than your mindless impudence. Could you truly think your admittedly incredible but woefully human technique would ever work against us? What? I can't move my spear. I admit that attack would have killed a human, or any other heroic spirit for that matter. No human can survive having their heart crushed. Few heroic spirits could stand withstanding their spirit core being shattered. Indeed, your spear was sharp enough to even fell a god or the Buddha himself. Unfortunately for you, my sword has surpassed the gods and the Buddha, and ascended to true supremacy, to the realm of the Imperio. Resign yourself, Hozoin. My cursed name is Saber of Imperio. Ugh. Limbo, finish him off. You got it. Go on, my little pentagram. Devour his light. What is this? It can be such a pain to capture people with good instincts. You shouldn't be wandering around as a mere heroic spirit, Lord Inshun. You were summoned to Katori Shrine as nothing less than the seventh servant. Really, it's very simple. We need you to be reborn and join us as a heroic spirit swordmaster, whether you want us to or not. It is unfortunate that you developed a sense of freedom when you were summoned, unlike the rest of us. I cannot move my limbs. Is this some sort of curse? Now let's see. Which curse of annihilation should I infuse you with? Let's try this one. What the? Stop it! What are you doing to my spirit core? Don't touch my spirit core, that's a bad touch! I shall remake your spirit origin, your will, everything about you. Soon you too shall serve our Lord Sorcerer, and our King in Hell. In the name of Lucifer, the great Satan himself. Ah! Now fall into the abyss and become one of us. O Satan, our great devil king and rightful ruler. Now please accept our seventh and final offering. Soon we shall bring the world of humans to an end. There shall be no salvation for anyone, anywhere. The heroic spirit swordmasters endowed with the curse of annihilation shall lay waste to everything in sight. They shall be invincible blades of destruction. Damn it, Emiya! Inshun's spear had found its mark. It truly had destroyed the swordsman's heart. That much was neither illusion nor trickery. He had indeed succeeded in killing his foe. Had the swordsman possessed the flesh and blood body of a living being, the etheric body of a heroic spirit, he would have died instantly. He would have, had he not only been an ordinary had been an ordinary living being or heroic spirit. Now I see. So this is the power of their karma. I had never thought to cut what cannot be seen. The realm that my spear has not reached. This is bad. This is very, very bad. There is no way to fight creatures like these. Run. Run away, Musashi, Onui, Tasuke. Run away and do not stop, Sarah. Whatever you do, do not let yourselves be caught. That was his final thought, as Hozoin Inshun plunged into darkness.
Oh no! Yeah, we actually get to use a sword.
So many Musashi. Let's do Musashi and Okita for one hell of a team. They're cheating. Sushi. Okay, we should have put a good amount of distance between us and them now. But we definitely can't let our guard down yet. We won't exactly be shocking. Damn it. Won't exactly be shocking if they can just blow right through bamboo forests like some kind of freaky wind. Still, I think we can take a quick break. Enough for Sarah to catch her breath. That was so scary. I've never seen anything as scary as those shadow people before. You were scared too, weren't you, Tasuke? I hope Inshun is okay. I do too. But we shouldn't get our hopes up. He was up against 6 highly skilled opponents, each of them exuding a demonic aura beyond anything any normal person should ever possess. It all depends on how far his noble phantasm was. Was it? How far he can get with that. Lord Inshun's skill with a spear far exceeds that of any normal beast, oni, or person. If he were only up against ordinary swordsmen, he could easily defeat 100 or even 1,000 of them. But those people were anything but ordinary. They were like demons. They didn't leave a single opening. Just thinking about them gives me creeps. Even Lord Inshun would have a hard time defeating them all. I'm sure he knows that too. Yeah, you're right. For now, we should keep running. I don't know if whatever keeps evil spirits out of villages will work on those guys, but right now I don't see any other option. So if they won't run away from us, we'll just have to run away from them. Like they say, she who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. Huh? So running away can be a good thing? That's right, remember that. It might come in handy one day. Okay. What a good girl you are, Onui. You must have been so scared, but you've already stopped crying. I'm still scared, but I have to be strong for Tasuke. I'm his big sister, and he's just a baby. That's the spirit. Here, why don't I carry you two from here on? Thank you, Musashi. Alright, let's get going then. Wait. Okay, it looks like I spoke too soon. Didn't figure we'd bump into someone else here. But we did, and they're right over there. Sarah, take care of Onui and Tasuke. Whoever's hiding over there, show yourself. Mr. Monk! You're okay, thank goodness. Now I see. This is bad. This is very, very bad. There's no way to fight creatures like these. Lord Inshun? Run away. Run away, Musashi, Onui, Tasuke. Run away and do not stop, Sarah. Whatever you do, do not let yourselves be caught. Do not let me catch you after I've been transformed. I've become one of the blades of the curse of annihilation. Lord Inshun. No, you are wrong. That is no longer my name. I do not belong to Hozoin, nor do I walk the path of the Buddha. I am Lancer of Purgatorio. My merciless Jumonji spear shall tear you all to pieces. Huh? Mr. Monk? Children, babies, both are precious treasures, the purest sorts of innocent life. Why are you staring at them? You know why. Well, children and babies are wonderful things. They must not be mistreated, nor taken for granted. They are the treasures of all mankind. That is why I must kill them. Inshun!
No, that's a bad boy thing, Inshun.
Your defense is impenetrable, and your movements are as quick as lightning. You've gotten a lot stronger in a short time since I last saw you, though I'm afraid you're not nearly as good looking now. Not at all. It is I who am impressed by your skill. The keen flashing of your blades is truly worthy of admiration, but it is futile, all for nothing. I may have been chosen to serve under the curse of annihilation. Not even Musashi's dual blades shall stand in my way. Now move aside, I must kill every human that still draws breath. I will not suffer babies to live. I will not suffer children to live. Die, 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 die! Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun.
What are you saying, Inshun?
Sarah, that's not Inshun anymore. Indeed, 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 indeed! All that remains of Hozoin Inshun is his body. Now enough. The time for talk is over. Musashi, Sarah. It's time to fight. I got a subscriber. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Bum 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 bum. Unleash the sabers.
仰せの通り。
任せて。
なんだ。罠だ。
いつも任せよ。待ってました。はっ。なんだ。
Why not? Mumio Sandanzuki.
我が危険のきらめき受けるがよい。任せて。一歩二歩向け三歩絶倒。二よ。三段抜け。
計略だ。
Thank you for the follow.
大丈夫です。
つまらん。
承知。待ってました。
罠だ。
せい。けー。
仰せの通り。罠だ。
I ain't afraid of no Inshun.
計略だ。
If there's something strange in history, Who you gonna call? Call Dea! There's something weird, like a demon god. Who you gonna call? Call Dea! Damn, you survived that, boy? Bitch. Bitch.
That's too much hell.
Hit him in the bald spot. This is nothing. Ah! Ha! His head is rolling off his shoulders. Miss, I can't see anything. Why are you covering my eyes? That was a clean cut. It's over. Your body must have been slow to react. I guess it couldn't keep up with your mind. Musashi's first skill decreases her attack? But it gives her double attack. So if you're doing a triple Musashi, it takes a shit ton of damage. It's so sad we ended up facing off like this. I don't know why you ended up this way. Well, not exactly. At least I know it happened because you helped us escape. One of us had to stay behind after all. Farewell, Lord Inshun. I'm sorry it came to this. I only wish I could have laid you to rest with techniques surpassing your own. Why do you look so sad, Musashi? Do you think you've won just because you've cut off my head? Oh no. No, 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 no. We heroic spirit swordmasters are invincible! There, good as new. You can cut our heads off all you like with those pathetic little knives of yours. It affects us not one bit. Did he just pick up his own head? Pathetic little knives, you said? I put everything I had into that swing, you know. So you were testing your newfound immortality, huh? In other words, you could have avoided it if you wanted, but you chose to let me cut off your head. I see. So you think my swordsmanship is no threat to you, huh? Is that what you think? You pissant stick wielder? That's it, Musashi. That's the kind of humiliation I want to see. Very well. Now that I know the wonders of this body, I shall see how sharp this Jumonji spear is by shoving it through your heart. Not if I have anything to say about it. I'm gonna have to turn you down there. Don't bother. You have no choice in the matter. Sarah, we're making a break for it. Run away! How unfair can you get, staying alive even after your head goes flying? There's no way I'm fighting an opponent who won't die even if you kill him. Here we go again. People don't die if you kill them, especially if you're in Fate. Well, here's stratagem number 36. She who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. Run away! Ooh, Okami Otaku, thank you for joining. You now have access to lessons in Magecraft. Be sure to check out my community tab for those goodies. Huh. You have made a wise decision by running away, Musashi. Good. Keep running as far as you can go. Unfortunately for you, I have your scent now. Try as you might, you'll never get away from me, little girl. Actually, this is like a combination of Shiro and El Malloy case files. Just because you remove someone's head doesn't mean they've died. Oh, really? Are we all chickens? I get to bring some archers. Actually, I want to bring another caster. Burrow, get your ass in here. Well, actually, does anyone have Umu? Nope. No one on my friends list has Umu. Ooh, woo. You got 3 Musashis and then a Tomoe? Damn! I'm jealous. For the moment, let's try making a break for the village. We don't know what the thing looks like, or the thing that looks like Lord Inshun is made out of, so we can't be sure it won't be able to follow us in there. Still, it's the only option we have right now. At least, it's only one I can think of. I'm so tired of those things getting in our way. I wish they'd leave us alone already, like, gosh. Seriously, can't we catch a single break? Yeah, here we go again. Onui, hang tight to Tasuke. Okay. We're kinda in a hurry here, and on top of that, I'm still kinda pissed. You might be too if you just had one of your strongest blows laughed off as a practice swing. I'm not ashamed to run away, but I've got my pride as a swordsman, and that really sucked. I'm not going to try to contain my anger or listen to anything you might have to say. Right now, I'm as angry and annoyed as you are. Don't expect me to hold back while I cut my way through.
慌てない慌てない。呪文噛むからね。
Interesting.
では
いいとも
オセロと罠だ。
どうか
計略だ。
You had 360 quartz saved, or did you open up that wallet?
お望みのままに。
オセロと
どうか
罠だ。
ふむ。
オセロ
Do you remember what book it was?
と罠だ。
If it is, it's probably something that's in the public domain. I'd like to think.
ではでは
ホールドアップ。無駄打ちはしません。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
ビッグウェーブイングランド。演楽しみです。
Not bad, not bad at all.
スイミングの時間です。えい、おー、エクス
Nothing beats a good swimsuit.
物理で殴る。
王の話をするとしよ
物理で
う。王
殴る。
の話をするとしよ
ロック
All
オン。
those hundreds are just too juicy to ignore.
遠慮はしませんとも。フリー。
罠だ。
狙い撃ち
No, I killed the one guy. But now I got another noble phantasm.
ええ、行きますよ、マスター。スイミングの時間です。たまにはこういう催しもいいものですね。
Makai Tensho. Interesting. Look at that butt! You spent so much golden apple to reach that unlimited budget work theme? Unlimited budget work theme? I don't understand. Okay, we're almost at Grandpa's Hermitage. Just turn right ahead and then go straight. We have to get there before he catches up to us. I agree. Okay then, let's run for it. Here, I'll carry Onui and Tasuke. I'll run as fast as I can, too. I know it's hard, but hang in there. It'll just be a little longer now. For the love of God, get Musashi some food. Okay, let's get a move on. Now this is the ass of champions. So far, I enjoy the manga of FGO to this considerably. The village is right over there. You should see it right after we cross that slope. We made it. I wonder if everyone's sleeping, since it's already nighttime. Oh, but should we tell them scary things have showed up? Or maybe we shouldn't wake them up right now. Hopefully whatever it is that keeps the evil spirits away from villages will work on Lord Inshun too. But it might not, in which case we should probably have everyone evacuate in a hurry. The way Lord Inshun is now, I'm sure he won't hesitate to... We have to warn the people here either way. Yeah, you're right. No, wait, we're too late! I should have known that his servant could outpace a normal human. Damn it all. Quick, get in that haystack. We have to hide. There is a manga of... or being made, at least. I don't know if it's like translation or whatever, but there is, up to a certain point, a manga for Shimousa. Hello. What? I'm so sorry, but please stay quiet. I don't know if we'll be able to hide from him, but we have to try. I know I saw someone here just a moment ago. They must have hidden themselves in that hay, where they tremble with fright even now. So you've turned coward, have you, Shinmen Musashi? No matter. Even though I have only just been reborn as a swordmaster, I cannot abide the stench of life. This place positively reeks of it. A village, huh? I see it will be a trifle difficult to pass through the entrance, but that's hardly a cause for concern. It may stop the dark weaklings, but for us heroic swordmasters, it may as well not exist at all. Now then, Musashi, are you listening? If you won't come out, then I'm afraid I have no choice. It's a little bit after Grandpa. I just read it recently, so I know. It lasts as long as meeting the Archer Inferno and all that. In the last translation update that I saw was like literally just a couple days ago, so it's in progress. It was then that the sounds began. At first, there was only Inshun's howls of rage, as though he were cursing life itself. Soon after came the sounds of something being demolished. Then the sounds of tearing, piercing, and slicing rang out. Musashi covered Onui's ears, unsure whether she would understand what was happening. What's going on? Who are you? Why would a monk attack us? My arm! Honey! Honey! Ah! No! Please! Please! His head! Oh God, what happened to his head? There were no survivors. The voices of men, women, all sorts and all kinds, every one of them screaming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I knew I would never forget the number of people I heard screaming. After the 54th scream... Oh well, nothing to be done now. If Musashi and the other humans refuse to serve as my quarry, these villagers will just have to serve in their place. Ha 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 ha! What a grand, lovely feeling. If you and Sarah are hearing this, Musashi, then remember it well. Thanks to your decision to hide, my spear has grown so delightfully drenched. I never knew that blood was such an effective lubricant. Context phrasing. Now my spear has become sharper than ever. You have my thanks. Not only do I possess an invincible body, but now I have an invincible spear as well. The woman held back her urge to scream with all her might. Instead, she ground her teeth until her gums started to bleed. Finally, I'm so sorry. That must have been so hard for you. I know you wish you could have gone out there and helped. It must have been excruciating not being able to do anything for them. But there really was nothing we could do. Please understand. I can't stop Lord Inshun. There's no way to defeat a demon who doesn't blink at getting his head cut off. Even if I were to try and fight him, I have no weapons, no blade capable of killing him. So once he caught up, this was inevitable. Not that this makes any of this easier to swallow. I am sad and angry I couldn't help them. I'm with you there, so we'll just have to do whatever we can. Are you done plugging my ears now? Hey, what sort of game is this? I mean, I guess we shouldn't wake everyone up after all, should we? Let's hurry to your grandfather's hermitage, won't we? Are you sure? Yes, come on. Let's hurry over there, even if I have to carry you all myself. Yes, I do have the lore of Parvati up. I'll make sure you, Tasuke, and your grandfather stay safe. Now let's go. We're finally at the frickin' Hermitage. We're fighting a Lancer, and we gotta use her. Please set the support servant as a starting member. She is. Nope, 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 nope. Ah! No, I didn't mean it! I did not mean it! I didn't. I didn't mean it. I didn't. That was dumb of me. That was very dumb of me. Shame, shame. Here I am going in with a fucking... About Matahari? Does Matahari show up in America? Because if so, her time will come soon. Believe me, I want to do her. She's like one of the spiciest yet overlooked servants in the entire thing just because she's got friend point summons. God, they distracted me with that thing. What's better than one Musashi? Two Musashi. There we go. There we go. There, that must be it. We're here. Wow, that was so fast. It's okay, you don't have to carry us anymore. Tasuke and me must be really heavy, right? Nah, you're both still featherlight. I could carry you all the time without breaking a sweat. Here we go. Thank you again for carrying us, Miss Samurai. Would you carry me again sometime? Sure, I'd be glad to carry you again if I have to, or even if you'd just like me to. Wow, Miss Samurai, you're so strong. Much stronger than any man I've ever met. I mean, no I'm not. I'm actually just an ordinary girl like you. That's why both Sarah and I are at our limits. Onui, think you could ask your grandfather for some water? Catching breath. Sure. Oh, and I have some water in my bamboo flask, too. I guess Mr. Monk didn't drink it all. Right. Oh, look at that face. Look at that wonderful Musashi face. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Right, of course Lord Inshun would do that. We may not have known each other long, but I could tell that's the sort of person he was. Here's some water, miss. Ah! I hit the spot. Hey, you look a lot better now. Before you were really pale, and now you look normal. She's right, Sarah. You do look a lot better. I wonder if this Hermitage has anything to do with that. It's hard to explain, but I feel a strange power here. One that's nothing like that evil aura. It could also be a powerful barrier at work. I bet it could have been this Hermitage that was keeping monsters away from the village all along. Not that I have any evidence. Still, this one might be strong enough to keep even Lord Inshun out. I think I can sense some magical energy here, too. Absurd. The only thing here is my smithy. None of the village folk come by either. At all the things making a racket outside my window, never in my years would have thought that a lady samurai would be... and a girl... Jesus Christ. There'd be a lady samurai and a girl in strange garb. You travelers, I take it? The hell brings you here? Hi, Grandpa, we're back. You're awfully young for a grandpa. Gaw, gaw. Tsk. So you're Onui's guests? Should have just said so. Could have saved me a lot of trouble. You look oddly familiar somehow. Huh? Wait, huh? Aren't you awfully young to be anyone's grandfather? You barely look older than me. And then there's that bare katana in your hand. I don't have an eye for judging the craftsmanship of swords, but I can tell that's something special. Don't give me your lip. Think I don't know I look young? I was born with this face, you know. And of course I have a katana. I'm a swordsmith. Take a look around. There's a bunch of them lying all over the place. Now that you mention it, wait. You're just leaving them out like this? They're failures. But never you mind that. Onui, you and Tasuke head inside. What about Miss Samurai and the nice lady? I need to talk to them first. Now get... Okay, come in soon, Miss Samurai. You too, miss. Gagagoo! Nothing ever gets them down. Thanks for saving them. When I saw the sky turn dark in the middle of the day, and the moon shining blood red, I was afraid for their safety. Thanks for saving them and bringing them back to me. I'd like to invite you in right now. But first, you need to tell me about yourself and your clan. That's the condition for letting you inside. I wish I could. I'm so sorry, it looks like I made a bad call. I mean, not that. I was just hoping against hope that he wouldn't follow us to the village. But he did, and now he's caught up to us again. Lancer of Purgatorio! Here you are. I knew I smelled your stench. Living creatures positively reek. But at last I can now distinguish your stench from all the others, Musashi. So, you decided to run here? So there was another beside us. But no matter. My Jumonji spear is more than capable of felling anything. Any being that is not a heroic spirit swordmaster. Oh no, Grandpa, get out of here! One strike is all it will take. Who are you calling Grandpa? Die! Shut up! At a glance, it looked like he swung his sword the way an old man would wave a cane around, and yet his speed and power were incredible. Just dodging Lord Inshun's thrust was an amazing feat in itself. But then the blows he struck afterwards destroyed his entire upper body. He doesn't seem like a swordsman. In fact, I'm certain he's a smith. So then, how did he pull it off like it was nothing? Sarah, am I seeing things, or did that actually just happen? But now his sword is falling apart. Didn't expect much anyway. It was just another experimental blade. Damn it, another failure. I've gone and wasted another sword. So you were just testing it? But a sword that breaks after just one blow is... Shut up. They're not defective. That's just how I made them. Forget it. Look, that fellow's still no worse for wear. It is no use. Our body is not flesh and blood, but merely a means to an end. There is no gruesome technique nor mystic blade that can hope to reach our spirit core. Is that so? It is no use. None whatsoever. This fellow's like something out of a bad dream. Would be my luck. Would be my luck the kids had to bring an immortal monster back with them. Maybe I should have just stayed inside. This fellow's even worse news than he looks. You have nothing to be sorry for, Smith. Your blades were useless to begin with. Human blades could never hope to stop us. Human power cannot hope to contain us. For example, I killed everyone in the two villages lying west and north of here before I came to this Hermitage. It was all too easy. Did you say 2 villages? I killed men, women, every person that breathed. Old, young, male, female. It made no difference. I did spare the dogs and livestock, though. Who knows? Maybe they'll enjoy feasting on their former owner's remains. You know, right, never mind whether that's true or not. You ain't right in the head, especially for a monk. Not even the monks who took a part in the wars would lay hands on common folk. Or is that getup just some sort of bad joke? I am now nothing less than Purgatorio itself. I have no mercy for the living, and have lost any interest in pursuing ascetic practices in order to improve my sojutsu. Every fiber of this body, every drop of its blood has become one with the curse of annihilation. That's enough. Just shut up, Purgatorio. Hozoin Inshun is already gone. You don't get to use his body anymore. You don't get to spew those vile words in his voice anymore. Oh, at last, you're using my cursed name. But what you say rings true, for I am no longer human nor monk. Now that I am a heroic spirit swordmaster, I have no need for this body's former name. All I want is your lives, nothing more. How did this happen? I know not. Did they do something to you? I know not. Can you go back to being the old Inshun again? No, I cannot. Musashi is correct. Hozoin Inshun is dead. All that remains here is his body, a puppet animated by karma. The only way to stop me is to kill me, to destroy me, to leave not a speck of me behind. Leave but an arm, a finger, and I shall return to slay all living things. Big talk. Musashi, will you help me again? Sure thing. Make sure you back me up, Sarah. We have just one opponent, a monster wearing Hozoin Inshun's skin. There may not be any money or fame to be gained from this duel. But that doesn't mean I'll hold anything back. I won't sheathe my blades unless he's good and dead. Usually I try to take it easy as I can. Duels are such a hassle that I try to avoid them as much as possible. But in this case, there's clearly no other option. Didn't she just say she tries to get into duels, though? Not only is our opponent incredibly strong, He's also a monster out to kill us, one who doesn't bat an eye at having his head cut off. Clean off, no less. So alright, I give in. If he wants a fight, it's a fight he'll get. If he means to risk his life by standing before me, I'll do everything in my power to cut down the monstrosity wearing his skin. Grandpa, I'm going to borrow this sword you made. I can feel it tingling with the divine aura. I knew it. This sword is on a whole other level. Wait, stop. Trust me, leave that one alone. It's one of my worst failures. It'll cut through stone, armor, even diamond effortlessly. But you can't use it on people. So he made Tenseiga, basically. I admit, in some ways it's some of my best work, but it's too terrible to use on any decent folk. I fear I went overboard, and pushed it into the realm of demons. It's a twisted thing that I just couldn't bring myself to get rid of. Really, you don't say. In that case, I'd say it just makes it better for this. I'm a flesh and blood person going up against a monster. I have to get a little reckless if I'm gonna beat him. Huh. It matters not what manner of weapon you may have procured. No blade exists that can slay the heroic spirit swordmasters. Care to find out for yourself, Musashi? My body will regenerate from any wound as many times as it needs. Will you still attempt to cut it down with your Niten Ichiryu? Of course. Truth be told, I've been waiting for this. I do usually try to avoid fighting when there's nothing in it for me, but only when it comes to fighting for fun. If there's some real purpose behind the fight, well, that's another matter. Why do I train? Why do I wield a blade? Why do I slice or sever? Or at times stop in my tracks? It's all to reach the apex of mastery. I could never hope to reach the void alone. That's why I wanted to fight you. A no-holds-barred battle between two experienced swordsmen is a treasure that outshines even gold. I shall gain more knowledge from this duel than I would from 1,000 meditations, or 10,000 battles. My only regret is that my opponent is no longer human. That the great Hozoin, with his incredible divine aura, has fallen to darkness. You may still be a foe I could not hope to surpass, but that is also where the key to my victory lies. Face me, monster. I shall use my fifth force to smash your spear to splinters. That's the spirit. Very well then, in the name of Lucifer, the great Satan himself, we shall do battle. Meanwhile, Emmy is all like, aren't I Satan? This feels like that thing Lady Canon does, but it's also different somehow. It almost feels like a reality marble. Come forth, my blood-soaked frontier. The mound of bodies and a river of blood shall serve as the stage, and consume the loser's soul upon their defeat. My blade's cursed name is Lancer of Purgatorio. My vessel's true name, Hozoin Inshun. Prepare yourself, Shinmen Musashi. Our final battle is upon us. Let's do this. Let's kick his ass. Let's kick his ass. Kick his ass and laugh in his face. Bum. Ooh, they're getting all fancy and shit. I like the presentation.
Miyamoto Musashi, Lancer Purgatorio, Issai Senzu, Hozoin Inshun.
Let's see how a little blood lubricant does you now, bitch. It's time to get rough and tumble. So he's got one, okay. You finally got sushi? Say what? Hit me. Hit me, bitch. Hit me. There we go.
五輪の任せて。なん天満台自在天神。その規定を医者の大天将。
No buffs for you! Bitch! Ah! Broken once. Yeah, he does crit pretty hard. Good thing he's the dumbass. What level is my Musashi? 92? Oh, the NP level. No, I just had one Musashi. Sorry. My luck was never that good. What BS? Wow, look at you! Level 70 Musashi getting the job done. I don't know. I would like to believe that none of these main story quests are going to be even remotely as hard as those fucking Nerofest challenges. They're so goddamn hard. I hate them. I managed to easily redo all of the old ones from last year on the revival now. I guess they're harder this time than they were, I guess. But, I got as far as the Da Vinci one. Couldn't do the Da Vinci one and didn't have the time. Did not have the time. Was trying to play all sorts of games and make videos and just couldn't sit there like falling asleep. I was sure that I felt his katana cut through something, sever it, as smoothly as it cut the shadow of the moon reflected in a pool of water. It was not a heart nor a soul, it was something nebulous, yet still essential for the world of humans. It was fate. This katana cut through something like fate itself. Still, I didn't want to defeat him. I didn't want to fight him. This was neither the place nor the manner in which I wanted to duel Hozoin Inshun. I had fallen in love with his sojutsu at first sight. It was but a fleeting moment, but I still saw the purest representation of a warrior's spirit within it, enough to nearly bring me to tears. Lord Inshun's sojutsu was the culmination of endless refinement. It was the technique of one who sought and reached a different destination than I. Spartacus I had to try a number of times with different strategies. I mean, you can't just power through them, and that's the hard part. You have to figure out their gimmick. It was just kind of a pain in the ass to have to, like, research each and every fucking fight. I have no idea how good she is meta-wise, but she's cool. I wanted her. Ordinarily, I would have no hope of defeating him, but that Sojutsu was already gone. His beautiful form had been covered up beyond all hope of recognition. As such, I now had any number of ways with which to claim victory. What a tragedy. No monstrous strength, no immortal body could ever surpass the pristine beauty of that spear. Well done. Truly well done. I attempted to pierce you with my spear's essence, but it seems you too wield free-flowing techniques. Or perhaps, had you already come up with a strategy to defeat me, after we had crossed blades but once? Did you already have a plan for how to evade my Sojutsu, for how you could kill me? Not exactly. I'm just prettier, cooler, and better than you. And I know it. It's true, in my mind's eye I faced you in a no-holds-barred duel over and over, and thought about what I could do to defeat you. Out of the 32 duels I imagined, I died in 31 of them. You were strong, without a doubt, but I could still see an easy way to win. Or, a way to win, my bad, not easy. All I had to do was choose it. The will of the heavens, the laws of this world, Sarah's help, and the final decisive factor, this sword you laughed off is worthless. A final trump card, huh? That sword is most impressive. I never thought there would be a blade that could reach my spirit core in the ether. So my body truly was nothing but a dead vessel. This experience has been invaluable. I am fortunate to have fought you, and you're most serious. What are you doing, woman? That thing is still moving. Remember what he said earlier? If you leave even one finger moving, he won't hesitate to cut you down. Did you take that with you by chance? Yeah. Where the hell was it? Where is over there? I didn't see it. Otherwise I would have taken care of that fucker myself. Can you wait then? He's been there all day. You can wait. Chill. I'll help you. Just I need to finish this off. Yes, I believe Abigail's is the last. Remember what he said earlier? If you leave even one finger moving, he won't hesitate to cut you down. Kill him. I already have. Oh? You have my thanks, Lady Musashi. Farewell. Whatcha? Your ass is grass. We have to find out how this happened. Yeah, we do. Farewell for good this time, Lord Inshun. I swear that someday I will reach the same heights you did. Until then, I hope you can rest in peace. In one hell or another, we shall continue this someday. Where did I get that thumbnail of Tomoe? Zero-chan. Zero-chan is a wonderful website because they almost always give credit to the artist and you can find out their pixives from it. Hey, this feels like morning. Remember how dark it got during the day? What a weird feeling. Also, someone in one of those worlds I visited said that sleeping during the day and being awake at night was terrible for your skin. Oof. If you don't mind, I'm hoping you can lend us a place to sleep so we can get some rest. But first, I really need to stuff my belly. I've never heard anyone's gut growl so loud before. How many days have you gone without food, anyway? Well, alright. I confess that was fairly impressive. The least I can do is feed you. Hooray! I was hoping you would agree, but this is even better than I could have wished for. I'm so grateful. But before that, I have to ask you about this katana. It really does cut through anything. It's so light, too. No, that's not it. It's really hefty and substantial, but it feels as light as a feather when you swing it. You are Onui and Tasuke's grandpa, right? This katana is amazing. I can't believe how good it feels in my hand. I usually don't like to carry around more than 4 katana, but I could easily make an exception for this. Good grief. One minute you're all weepy-eyed, the next you're laughing and smiling. Makes my head spin. Go on then, take it. It's all yours. I needed to thank you for bringing Onui and Tasuke back anyway. If you're happy with a katana no one else can use, that sure makes things easy on me. Huh? You're really giving this to me? Ears open. Don't make me repeat myself. Like I said earlier, that thing's a failure. An evil blade that ended up reaching the demonic realm. The ultimate blade I seek isn't one that cuts flesh and bone. Any sharp metal thing can do that. An axe or knife works just as well as a sword. A person who dedicates their life to the forge shouldn't be satisfied with something like that. The sort of katana I seek is one that can terminate enmity. One that severs bonds. Certainty. Karma. After all, if I couldn't make a katana like that, what right would I have to call myself a swordsmith? A sword that severs bonds, certainty, and karma? Now I see. That's what freed Lord Inshun from his karma. Now that I think of it, he and those shadowy people even said something to that effect. Well then, it's no coincidence this sword helped me defeat him. You may think it's a failure, but it succeeded at cutting the karma of someone who had been taken by the curse of annihilation, or whatever they call it. I mean, I definitely couldn't have beaten him all on my own. It was thanks to this sword. Huh. So victory was all thanks to that katana, you say? Then maybe you get it. Never you mind what I said earlier. Not only will I feed you, I'll give you a place to sleep. Go get some shut-eye once you've eaten up. You too, kid.
Thank you!
That said, doesn't change the fact that the sword's a failure. You can't cut bonds or certainty with a katana alone. Well, this one still seemed to work for karma, don't you think? I suppose it did. Guess it just goes to show how good its wielder was. Damn straight. So, does this katana have a name? If I had to choose one, I'd call it Myojingiri Muramasa. Myojingiri? Means I can cut things that are beyond human. Means it's a god cutter. Muramasa? Yeah? Muramasa? Yeah, what? Then you wouldn't happen to be... That's right. Name's Senji Muramasa, a saber, a servant, just like that monk from earlier. Give me my quartz! Woo! Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. I know it was a shorter stream, but I got things to do today, and my throat is like killing me from being... No, my throat was killing me since before I started the stream, honestly. I'm gonna have to take good care of it.
I gotta go throw out a spider.
Oh, well, yeah, that's separate. I will be possibly streaming again on Sunday, I believe, because you're doing skating, right?
Indeed.
Yes. I will stream Sunday, take a break off the rest of my voice and stuff, and we will continue. I know I'm not all that far into this event, but these are long events. And they're not going anywhere, so I'll bust them out as soon as I can. The lore of Tomoe Gozen on Tuesday. So that's when the lore video is going to be earlier next week. But until then, definitely check out the lore of Parvati, who still has her banner up. Go for it. She did not come home to me. Nobody did. It makes me so sad. Not really. I'm okay. I'm happy with all my servants. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to OtakuDaiKun for more anime lists, reviews, discussions, lore videos, let's plays, and the Holy Waifu Wars. Until next time, celebrate your fandom.